आदि पाश्चात्य हे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जाय, श्री श्री दाई गौरंग की जाय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाय, दाई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। Okay, so hope all of you have read the book Ishopanishad from introduction to verse number 2, right? It's around 25 pages, 25, 27 pages in my book. Okay,
Yes, Prabhuji, I have.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Sachin, you are read?
Briefly, Prabhuji.
Briefly
Gone through
means-
it.
Huh?
Gone through it.
Gone through it. Okay. Okay. Where is Shubhi Mataji?
She's here only, Prabhuji. Coming, Prabhuji. बस लेटा रही हैं बच्चे को।
ठीक है, चलिए तो let's start our discussions. So this is Ishopanishad. It is one of the books which, one of the Upanishads which Prabhupada translated and gave commentaries also. First of all, let us understand what is the Upanishad, right? So there are various aspects of the Vedas. Veda means knowledge. Veda means knowledge, right? So this Vedic knowledge has been coming down in the form of what is known as Shruti. Veda is not like what we have right now, books written. It was done later on. But the way Vedic knowledge has been passed down was through hearing. So it's called Shruti. So there are so many Vedic literatures. Like we have Upanishads, we have Samhitas, we have what is known as Itihasas, Puranas. They're all called Vedic literatures. So originally the Veda was only one. And Veda means the knowledge, all knowledge, anything, any knowledge. It's like Ayurveda is the knowledge about health. And Dhanurveda, knowledge about military science. There is, Sthapatya Veda, is knowledge about architecture. Like this, any stream of knowledge you see, then that is there in the Vedic understanding, right? So, what are these Upanishads then? Upanishads is that portion of the Vedic knowledge. Upanishad basically means, Upa means coming near. Nishad means, Nishadati basically, Sanskrit word, means bringing nearer. So where it is bringing nearer? It is bringing a person nearer to the Supreme Lord. It's like in our spiritual life, we have something known as Upanayan. When the spiritual master sees a candidate, a student, is more serious to study Vedic literature, he is given the second initiation. The first initiation is called Harinama Diksha. And he becomes more serious. He wants to, study the literature, Vedic literatures more seriously. He wants to move forward in his spiritual life nicely. It is called Upanayana. Likewise, Upanishad, यानी कि जो हमें जो साहित्य, जो शास्त्र भगवान के और करीब लेके आएगा, नजदीक लेके आएगा, उसको बोलते हैं उपनिषद. Upanayana means again same meaning. Upanayana also, you are going to get further next level of authorization from the spiritual master to move more and more closer to Supreme Lord by some specific rituals and activities. Okay, so Upanishad is that portion of the Vedas, Vedic knowledge, which will bring you closer to Krishna. Okay, that is, so basically Upanishads are mainly they are quite philosophical. Okay, whereas there are portions of Vedas, Vedic literatures known as Puranas, Itihasas. Itihasa means history, right? Again, Purana means historical records narrated in the form of a sequence of events, right? So like Mahabharata is Itihasa, Ramayana is Itihasa. Yes, historical records. We should know this some broadly what it is actually. Vedic literature is very broad. Welcome, Deepak ji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry, we are in Bhopal, so there's a remote village, so we don't have connection properly.
No problem. Understand. No issue. Just now started. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Just telling the meaning of Upanishad. उपनिषद यानी कि जो वैदिक साहित्य हमें भगवान के और नजदीक लेके आएगा, that is called Upanishad. The different types of Vedic literatures. Originally, Veda is one. Later on, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, Veda Vyasa, incarnation of Krishna, literary incarnation, साहित्यिक अवतार जो है, उन्होंने वेदों को 4 भागों में बांटा. सामवेदा, अथर्ववेदा, ऋग्वेदा एंड यजुर्वेदा. ठीक है. So he handed over this responsibility of each Veda to different sages. ये सब भागवत में शुरुआत में आ जाता है, ये सब डिटेल्स. So basically to further make a proper dissemination of the understanding. But जो previously जो है वेदा लोग केवल जो है गुरु से परंपरा में, शिष्य परंपरा में सुनते थे, इस तरीके से ज्ञान नीचे आता था. So in this way Vedic knowledge is very vast. भागवत में बोलते हैं निगम कल्पतरोर गलितम फलम शुकमुखाद अमृत दर्व संयुतम. निगम कल्पतरोर गलितम फल means Vedic knowledge is so vast. It is a huge tree of understanding. And anything you want in the Vedic knowledge, you have that understanding. I gave you example of Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Sthapatya Veda, all these things. Artha Shastra, everything is there. Elaborately, very nicely. Any scientific stream of knowledge you want, it is there. Science, economics, astrology, Jyotish Shastra is also a science. There is a Vedic knowledge. Like this, everything was there in Vedic understanding. Specifically, ये जो भगवत गीता ज्ञान जो है, ये भी एक उपनिषद है. स्वयं भगवान ने इसको बोला. ठीक है. प्रभुपाद जी गीता की शुरुआत में बताते हैं. This Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita-Upanishad. So now we understand what is Upanishad. Upanishad means that knowledge, Vedic knowledge, which will bring you closer to or nearer to Krishna. So Gita-Upanishad is very important. Why? Because it is directly spoken by Krishna himself. भगवान ने स्वयं उसको बोला था. और Prabhupada ji, if you have read the whatever portion I told you to read, Prabhupada ji बीच में बताते हैं this Ishopanishad is actually part of Yajurveda. बताते हैं, है ना? आपने पढ़ा होगा. तो Yajurveda mainly deals with the proprietorship aspects of Lord, Supreme Lord. भगवान का जो है स्वामित्व का, प्रभुत्व का ये बारे में यजुर्वेदा में बताते हैं. So this Ishopanishad is actually part of Yajurveda. So there are Vedas, when they are divided, again there are some supporting Vedic literatures called Upanishads, which will specifically talk about devotion and about Lord, which will bring closer to Lord, because otherwise Veda is huge, very vast. इसलिए भगवान गीता में क्या बोलते हैं, वेदैश्च सर्वैर अहमेव वेद्यः. सभी वेदों से मुझे जानना है. So I strongly recommend that you keep Bhagavad Gita next to you. Okay? क्योंकि अभी जो हम पढ़ते जाएंगे तो आपको रेफर करते रहना पड़ेगा. So Bhagavad Gita is something very basic. ठीक है? And the book we read earlier, नेक्टर ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन, और अभी जो पढ़ रहे हैं ईशोपनिषद और भगवत गीता, ये 3 बेसिक बुक्स हैं जो प्रभुपाद जी हमेशा कोट करते रहते हैं। इससे उससे इससे उससे आप भागवतम पढ़ेंगे तो पूरा इसी का कोट रहेगा पूरा। गीता में भगवान ऐसे बोलते हैं, ऐसे बोलते हैं, तो डिफरेंट एंगल्स यू टू अंडरस्टैंड नाइसली। ठीक है, सो so this is part of Yajurveda basically, and Upanishad जैसे हमने बताया अभी, any Vedic literature, specifically Vedas, the Upanishads are basically sort of a conclusion of Vedas. Veda में बहुत सारे चीजें in a very elaborately described. The Upanishads are like conclusion. So principally there are 108 Upanishads. Of course, there are many, but what we are in, we know from our acharyas is principally there are 108 Upanishads, and out of which the 11 are considered to be even more important. And out of these 11, this Upanishad is called Ishopanishad. Isha means Supreme Lord. That Upanishad speaking about Supreme Lord is even more important. So इसलिए प्रभुपाद जी ने हमें इस उपनिषद को पूरा ट्रांसलेट करके उसका कमेंट्री दिया है परंपरा के अनुसार. So just like Bhagavad Gita has 5 topics. What are the 5 topics, दीपक जी? गीता का 5 टॉपिक्स कौन से हैं?
मतलब who are the people, right?
And 5 truths, not people. 5 topics or 5 truths of Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna explains, 5 truths, tattvas.
हाँ, sure. इसको भी याद नहीं आ रहा मेरे को.
ठीक है, ओमिका जी, over to you. The 5 truths of Bhagavad Gita.
प्रभु जी, सुपर परमात्मा, प्रकृति, सोल, कर्मा, जीवा, कर्मा, and kala.
Yes. So it's called Ishvara. Ishvara has, Paramatma, everybody in that. Ishvara and Jiva, living entity. Prakriti, material nature. And Kala, time. And Karma, activity. The 5 truths. Remember this. Prabhupada ji, introduction में बोलते हैं भगवद गीता के. Same thing is explained in this Ishopanishad actually, in a very concise way. Right? So, if you study Ishopanishad carefully, you will get the same understanding of what Bhagavad Gita Krishna has little elaborated. Bhagavan ने उसको elaborately बताया हुआ है. So, what we are going to see now is something is interesting in this whole discussions. Okay, fine. So, Prabhupada ji का introduction lecture है, आपने पढ़ा होगा. We'll just try to touch some points, important points in that. So this lecture Prabhupada gave in 1969 in Conway Hall, London. That's the time when Prabhupada the first time landed in London. Prabhupada जी ने अपने 3 गृहस्थ जो फैमिलीज को अमेरिका से भेजा था. अमेरिकन गृहस्थ फैमिलीज. 1965 Prabhupada landed in America in September. और लगभग 1 साल तक प्रभुपाद जी ने काफी सारा जो है उनको कुछ नहीं हो पाया था. By the month of July, Prabhupada established ISKCON. He registered ISKCON Society in New York. Right? And after that, slowly the youth, the hippies, were all coming to hear Prabhupada and attend his programs, participate in the movement slowly. तो उस टाइम तक अमेरिका में हिपी मूवमेंट में क्या हो रहा था? हिपी मूवमेंट जो यूथ है, these youth boys, girls, they're all living like friends, boyfriend, girlfriend. तो Prabhupada जी ने बोला ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. You have to get married. So Prabhupada only got them married. Many of these couples in the early days. Prabhupada used to conduct fire sacrifice, यज्ञ करके उनको मैरिज करा दिया। तो वैदिक सिस्टम में ये बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड का कोई ये नहीं है, सिस्टम नहीं है, आपको शादी करना है, आपको विवाह करना है और इस तरीके से जीवन जीना है बोल के उन्होंने स्ट्रिक्टली ऐसे किया। देन इट वाज नो Prabhupada sent 3 couples, married couples, to London to start a center in 1969, early 1969. तो प्रभुपाद जी का ये बहुत इच्छा था कि उनके गुरु महाराज ने उनके टाइम में, श्रीला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज ने 1930s में एक कुछ सन्यासियों को भेजा था लंदन, बट दे वर नॉट सक्सेसफुल, राइट। अभी वृंदावन में आप देखेंगे ओरिएंटल कॉलेज, हाँ, इस्कॉन कृष्ण बलराम के सामने एक है ना, आपने देखा होगा, सुना होगा। दैट वाज वन ऑफ द Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj's disciples college. In fact, it is so. His name was Bon Maharaj. So he was sent in 1930 with lot of funds to see that we open a center in London, but he was not successful, right? So he came back. That was the desire of Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj. So Prabhupada को भी वो बहुत इच्छा था कि लंदन में खोलना है, एक सेंटर खोलना है, क्योंकि लंदन always was a, like a very prestigious place for Indians. People know the rich Indians used to go send their children for studying law. क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में उसको, वकालत, क्या बोलते हैं, वकालत है ना, ऐसे कुछ, हाँ, वकालत पढ़ने के लिए उनको भेजते थे, और so they considered to be very prestigious. Prabhupada always had in his mind, लंदन में हमारे, तो अमेरिका तो प्रभुपाद जी गए because that is how he got a free ticket, but London was his aspiration, खोलना है बोल के। तो लंदन में ये जो 3 couples हैं, without any money, without any background, they are just Americans, all are Americans. Even to get into London was not easy, because at that time this hippie movement was all over, Europe, Australia, Europe and America. They were all having a lot of problems. So even then, they came to London. They also had a hard time, tough time for almost 8 to 10 months, and finally they started off. And when they got a place to start the center, at 7 they called Prabhupada, and they started organizing some lecture programs for Prabhupada in different halls, community halls. So it is one such lecture Prabhupada has given in 1969 in Conway Hall, right? So that is all the history is. Very interesting history. अब Prabhupada जी का लीला पढ़ना है, ठीक है? A lot of wonderful things are there about Prabhupada's history, how everything got manifested. तो यहाँ पे प्रभुपाद जी हमें वेद क्या है बताते हैं, और साथ ही साथ बहुत सारे अलग अलग विषय बताते हैं, right? So first thing Prabhupada says is that the Vedas Prabhupada says, what are Vedas? Veda means knowledge. Verbal root of Veda, Prabhupada बोलते हैं, right? Verbal root means what does it actually, with means to know. So Veda actually means knowledge. And Prabhupada is comparing अभी हमारा कंडीशन स्टेट, हमारा जो बद्ध स्थिति है, और द वैदिक नॉलेज का अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो है, ये कहाँ से आया वैदिक नॉलेज? इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ सोर्स व्हिच इज नॉट कंडीशन लाइक अस. भगवद गीता में इफ यू रेफर 3rd chapter 15th verse 3.15. hope you got your Bhagavad Gita with you. 3.15 ओपन करिए. भगवान बोलते हैं, कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवम विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवम तस्मा सर्वगतम ब्रह्म नित्यम यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम। तो भगवान बोलते हैं the Vedas are directly manifesting from me. This is a reference. Brahmakshara samudbhavam. Brahma means Vedas. Akshara means Supreme Lord. Samudbhavam means Vedas are directly manifesting from me. And Prabhupada ji तात्पर्य बताते हैं purport में that the Vedas are manifested from the breathing of Supreme Lord. Please refer this verse. Now onwards, you should start noting down some verses in Bhagavad Gita as we are discussing. You should go and again read that. That will only further make you understand subject matter more nicely, more thoroughly. ठीक है? रेफरेंस क्यों दिया हमने, क्यों बोल रहे हैं, सब कुछ समझ आएगा. ठीक है? तो प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं वेदास आर डायरेक्टली मैनिफेस्टेड फ्रॉम द ब्रीदिंग. भगवान का जो निश्वास से ये वेद निकले हैं. और प्रभुपाद जी रेफरेंस देते हैं शास्त्रों का. The four Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Atharva Veda, are all emanations from breathing of Supreme Lord. क्योंकि भगवान इतना शक्तिशाली है कि केवल उनका ब्रीदिंग से वो वेदा दे सकते हैं. Right? With his eyes he can eat. That is Lord. Lord is omnipotent. He can use any of his sense and perform the action of every other sense. That is Lord Krishna. ठीक है? So Lord is known as Apaurushaya. Rather, Vedas are known as Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means the Vedic knowledge is not compiled by any real person or any person from this material world. Paurushaya, Purusha, means a person of this material world. Apaurushaya means a person who is beyond this material world. Not by any of this conditioned soul. That's what it means basically. So Vedic knowledge, Prabhupada बोलते हैं कि वो perfect है. Why? Because Krishna himself has given this knowledge and Krishna is known as perfect personality. He is beyond all the defects. Prabhupada explains. तो क्या defects हैं? 4 defects के बारे में बताते हैं. What are the 4 defects? Sachin? We have 4 defects. That's why we are not perfect.
Yes, Prabhuji. 4 defects were we have imperfect senses. We live in illusion. We have propensity to cheat. And we often commit mistakes.
Often commit mistakes, illusion. Then we
have propensity to cheat others, and we have imperfect senses.
I don't want to get into details. So, the Vedic knowledge is perfect. Why? Because it is coming from not a material source. That's the point. Apaurushaya यानी कि material source नहीं है, a spiritual source है. A spiritual source, I gave reference in Bhagavad Gita. It is coming from Krishna himself. His breathing is what is giving out Vedic knowledge. And this Vedic knowledge, Prabhupada gives a reference in the text 1, beginning only, mantra 1, कि ये Vedic knowledge जो है भगवान ने स्वयं ब्रह्मा जी को दिया था. Right? Whatever I'm referring is all combined understanding of this chapter and all the 2 texts. Okay. Apaurushaya का जो बात प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं. See, Apaurushaya indicates that they are not delivered by any mundane person. Right? Mantra 1 में प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं. इसी बात को उसमें भी प्रभुपाद जी बता रहे हैं. So, the Vedic knowledge was first, it is coming down in what is known as parampara. Right? It was first spoken by the Lord himself to Brahma. तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदि कवये. इनफैक्ट भागवत में बोलते थे, भागवत का पहले श्लोक में बताते हैं कि भगवान ने ये वैदिक ज्ञान को ब्रह्मा के हृदय में प्रकाशित किया. Right? In a specific way. Prabhupada says, right? Vedic knowledge was originally imparted by the Lord into the heart of Brahma, the first created being. This I'm talking from mantra 1 purport. And Brahma in his turn disseminated the knowledge to his sons and disciples. इस तरीके से परंपरा में एक वैदिक नॉलेज का क्या है, एक कुछ मैन्युफैक्चर्ड नहीं है. It is coming down in the parampara. Parampara means the guru shishya parampara. So now you refer to Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, verse number 1 and 2. Krishna speaks about parampara. Krishna क्या बोलते हैं? इमं विवस्वते योगम प्रोक्तवान अहम अव्ययम विवस्वान मनवे प्राहा मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत. मैंने पहले जो ज्ञान है सूर्य देव को दिया था विवस्वान को. विवस्वान ने उनके पुत्र मनु को दिया, मनु ने उनके पुत्र इक्ष्वाकु को दिया. इस तरीके से एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम, वर्स नंबर 2, 4th चैप्टर. इस तरीके से इस परंपरा में ये नॉलेज, एक ज्ञान जो है पूरा मानव समाज में प्रचलित है. इज द रेफरेंस. सो वैदिक नॉलेज इज कमिंग डाउन इन अ परंपरा. इट मे बी राजर्षि परंपरा, which Krishna is speaking about Rajarshi parampara in Bhagavad Gita. A Guru Shishya parampara means the parampara of say from Brahma, 4 paramparas. ब्रह्मा से एक परंपरा है, लक्ष्मी जी से एक परंपरा है, कुमारा, रुद्र, ये स्पिरिचुअल परंपरा से. तो इस तरीके से परंपरा में ज्ञान हमें लेना है. वैदिक नॉलेज इज नॉट सिंपली मैन्युफैक्चर्ड और कंकॉक्टेड. ये ज्ञान जो है परंपरा में आता है. ठीक है. तो व्यासदेव ने पूरा जो वैदिक ज्ञान है उसे हमारा कंडीशन देखकर 5000 साल पहले, अद्वैत वेदम इज व्हाट? श्रुति, हियरिंग, राइट. गुरु से शिष्य सुनते थे और उनको पूरा याद रहता था. अभी हमारा याददाश्त बहुत कम हो गया. और मेमोरी इज सो रिड्यूस्ड दैट वी कांट इवन रिमेंबर what we spoke half an hour before, right? We don't even remember anything. Forget about, Vedic knowledge. Oh, forgot, right? So हमारा कंडीशन कलयुग में क्या हो गया है? मंदा सुमंदा मतया मंदा भाग्या, भागवत में बोलते हैं. कलयुग का एक लक्षण है कि बुद्धि मंदा हो जाता है. So our memory is reduced, our intelligence is reduced. So Vyasadeva put everything in writing, right? And for the benefit of people of Kali Yuga, because our life is so short, prayan alpesha subhya, we are unintelligent, poor in memory. Then Vyasadeva, after putting all the Vedas in writing, he also summarized all the Vedas. पूरा सब वेदों को उन्होंने summarize किया. उसको एक सूत्र के रूप में, as formulas, sutras, he compiled, just like your mathematics textbook in your school or college days, और एनी टेक्स्ट बुक, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, एंड में जो होता क्या होता है? फॉर्मूलाज दिए होते हैं, थियरम्स, और व्हाटएवर एसेंस ऑफ व्हाट यू स्टडी. सो दैट व्यासदेव कंपाइल्ड ऑल द एसेंस ऑफ वेदास. वेदा का सभी सार सर्वस्व को उन्होंने सूत्र के रूप में लिखा. उसको बोलते हैं वेदांत सूत्र. ठीक है. तो और जैसे हमने बताया, Vedanta Sutra is again one more branch of Vedic understanding, wherein Vyasadeva has compiled everything in a short form. खाली उसको देखकर पूरा philosophy पता चल जाता है. The first Vedanta Sutra is Athato Brahma Jignasa. ये सुना होगा हमने. Means now that you have got human life, आपको अभी मनुष्य जन्म मिला है, तो आपको आध्यात्मिक विषय में जिज्ञासा करना है. This is what the Vedanta means. This is what Vedic knowledge says. मनुष्य जीवन ऐसा नहीं कि बस हमें खाना पीना मस्ती करना, बस यही नहीं है. ह्यूमन लाइफ में हमें आध्यात्मिक विषय में जिज्ञासा करना है. और आध्यात्मिक विषय क्या है? नेक्स्ट वेदांत सूत्र सेज जन्माद्यस्यतः, दैट सुप्रीम एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ के बारे में हमें जिज्ञासा करना है. ये सबसे बड़ा श्रेष्ठ आध्यात्मिक विषय है. इस तरीके से वो चलता है. तो सभी वेदों का, वेदांत का, उपनिषदों का, पुराण, इतिहास, सबका उद्देश्य क्या है? इट इज इट इज मेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कृष्णा. इसलिए भगवान गीता में बोलते हैं 15.15. इफ यू ओपन 15.15, कृष्णा वेरी क्लियरली सेज, प्रभुपाद कोट्स दिस क्वाइट ऑफन, वेदैश्च सर्वैर अहमेव वेद्यः. ठीक है. So in this way we have Prabhupada briefly giving all the different understandings, and we have also understood in our previous readings sessions, there are two processes of acquiring knowledge. 2 systems of acquiring knowledge. कौन से सिस्टम है दीपक जी?
प्रभु जी 2 सिस्टम है, एक असेंडिंग प्रोसेस है और एक डिसेंडिंग प्रोसेस।
करेक्ट। संस्कृत में क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
तो असेंडिंग आरोहित ऐसे ही,
आरोह पंथा
हाँ आरोह पंथा
एंड अवरोह पंथा।
अवरोह पंथा।
हाँ, सो आरोह पंथा असेंडिंग प्रोसेस में क्या होता है?
असेंडिंग प्रोसेस में मतलब इट इज लाइक प्रभु जी डू some sort of experiment and understanding yourself, you know।
अरे हाँ, ऑलरेडी हमने समझ लिया हमारा सेंसेस इम्परफेक्ट है,
जी
आपके पूर्ण इंद्रिया है, हम कुछ भी करें, एक्सपेरिमेंट करें, रिसर्च करें, कोई उसका परफेक्शन नहीं है।
परफेक्शन
हाँ,
जो कि
तो पीपल आर टेलिंग, ओ अभी अब तक हमने इतना रिसर्च किया, इतना हमने पता कर लिया है, और करते रहेंगे नो एंड, राइट? So then Prabhupada gave example here. You study every man, whether man is mortal or immortal. मनुष्य वो उसका जीवन शाश्वत है अशाश्वत है, सबको स्टडी करना, ये इसको बोलते हैं असेंडिंग प्रोसेस। डिसेंडिंग यानी कि
डिसेंडिंग प्रभु जी जैसे वॉट एवर इज कमिंग, अहम परंपरा प्राप्तम, जो मतलब जो एक डिसाइप्लिक सक्सेशन से, जो एक अथॉरिटी सोर्सेस से जो आ रही है नॉलेज, उसको एज इट इज एक्सेप्ट करके उसको स्वीकार।
तो गुरु साधु शास्त्र का जो ज्ञान है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? अवरोह बोलते हैं। जैसे शास्त्र में बोल दिया है, एनी पर्सन इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड इज मॉर्टल। कोई भी जो व्यक्ति इस भौतिक संसार में, वो मृत्यु अवश्य होगा। बस विल एक्सेप्ट इट, यू डोंट इवन बॉदर, है ना? तो जैसे प्रभुपाद जी एग्जांपल देते हैं, कवडंग। कवडंग क्या है? इट इज प्योर, वी डोंट एक्सपेरिमेंट। Veda means accept the authority, right? Whereas generally Vedic knowledge में क्या बोलते हैं? The moment you touch stool, even your own stool, you have to take bath. मल का स्पर्श करते ही हमें नहाना पड़ता है, प्रभुपाद जी ने बताया है Sense of Civilization में। तो whereas cow dung is considered to be very pure. प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं scientists have done research on this and they found it to be antiseptic. हमने सब ये पढ़ा हुआ है। इस तरीके से there are 2 systems of acquiring knowledge, आरोह पंथा, अवरोह पंथा, ठीक है? Then Prabhupada also says there are 3 kinds of evidence, pramana. What are they?
एक तो प्रभु जी
आप रहिए,
अच्छा
आपको नहीं, भूमिका जी, what are the 3 kinds of evidence?
गुरु शास्त्र,
शास्त्र, उसको शब्द प्रमाण बोलते हैं। और नहीं, शास्त्र शब्द सब एक ही है, गुरु साधु शास्त्र सब एक ही है। गुरु जो बोलते हैं वो शास्त्र से बोलते हैं। और
नहीं पता।
सचिन? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम।
प्रभु जी, वन इज प्रत्यक्ष, जो हमारा डायरेक्ट परसेप्शन होता है। दूसरा इज अनुमान, जो हम इन्फ्रेंस ड्रॉ करते हैं। एंड थर्ड जो चैंटिंग के टाइम हमें बताया जाता है, जो शब्द। जी,
तो प्रत्यक्ष यानी कि जो हमें दिखता है, जो हमें समझ में आता है हमारे एक्सपीरियंस में। प्रभुपाद एग्जांपल देते हैं, सन इज लुकिंग लाइक अ डिस्क, राइट? बट दैट डिस्क इज नॉट व्हाट यू परसीव, इट इज मेनी टाइम्स बिगर देन अर्थ। इस भूमि से बहुत बड़ा जो है मात्रा में उसका गात्र है, पर हमें दिखता छोटा। इसको बोलते हैं प्रत्यक्ष। क्योंकि हमारा प्रत्यक्ष जो हम देखते हैं वो सच नहीं हो सकता है, उसका वो वास्तव नहीं हो सकता है। और अनुमान, जैसे पीछे रूम में कुछ साउंड आया, मुझे, मैं अनुमान लगाऊंगा वो कोई बम फटा होगा। क्या क्या अनुमान लगा सकता हूँ मैं, वो सारा अनुमान लगा सकता हूँ। मीन्स बेसिकली नॉलेज बाय योर ओन रीजनिंग, लॉजिक, hypothesis, right? Is only theory you propose. Maybe, perhaps. Prabhupada बोलते हैं ना, perhaps, maybe. It's like the Darwin theory of evolution. All maybe, perhaps only. This new scientific theory also maybe, perhaps. It's called anumana pramana. शब्द प्रमाणा, वैदिक नॉलेज जो है इसको शब्द प्रमाण बोलते हैं, क्योंकि ये अथॉरिटेटिव सोर्स है, हमें मिलता है। इसे शास्त्रों से, गुरु साधु शास्त्र से मिलता है, राइट? So like that, even now, whatever we are hearing in the news about war happening in between India and Pakistan, whatever they say, we'll hear. We are not gone to the war field. No, we're not gone there, experienced. So it is. So तो हमारा इंद्रियों का एक्सपीरियंस से जो बाहर होता है ज्ञान, उसे केवल हम शब्द से समझ सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं, ठीक है? सो इसलिए हमें एक गुरु के पास जाना है, प्रभुपाद जी का जो ज्ञान दे रहे हैं उनका पास जाना है, ताकि हमें प्रामाणिक जो ज्ञान प्राप्त हो, ठीक है? नेक्स्ट, प्रभुपाद ऑल्सो स्पीक्स अबाउट प्रस्थानत्रय, 3 तरीके का जो मूल होता है, सोर्स होता है, जहां से हम आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान ग्रहण कर सकते हैं. दिस यू हैव नॉट हर्ड, बट फॉर आवर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, because Prabhupada uses this word, I just wanted to tell you. Prasthanatraya means, traya means 3. Prasthana basically means the source of spiritual knowledge. पहला है श्रुति प्रस्थाना. जैसे श्रुति means from hearing from scriptures, जैसे वेदा, उपनिषद, इस सबको श्रुति प्रस्थान बोलते हैं. दूसरा प्रस्थान स्मृति प्रस्थान. स्मृति यानी कि जो साहित्य को वेदों के आधार पर, वेदों के अनुसार जो लिखा हुआ, जैसे पुराण है, भागवत पुराण है, वेदों के आधार पर लिखा है. वेदों का जो उपनिषद में, वेदों में जो है, वही जो विषय को थोड़ा सरल तरीके से साधारण लोगों को समझाने के लिए लिखा हुआ है, उसको बोलते हैं स्मृति प्रस्थान. पुराण, महाभारत, इसको स्मृति प्रस्थान बोलते हैं. समथिंग नोन एज न्याय प्रस्थान. न्याय प्रस्थान मीन्स, जैसे भगवान हमें 13 चैप्टर में एक बात बताते हैं. 13.5, प्लीज ओपन दैट वर्स. 13.5, कृष्णा गिव्स a reference to न्याय प्रस्थान, ठीक है? He says, ऋषिभिर बहुधा गीतम छंदो विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्म सूत्र पदैश्चैव हेतु मध्यभिर विनिश्चितैः. ये वेदांत सूत्र जो है, ये वास्तव में न्याय प्रस्थान. न्याय प्रस्थान मीन्स, न्याय मीन्स व्हाट? विथ लॉजिक, रीजनिंग, कृष्णा बोलते हैं. हेतु मध्य विनिश्चित मीन्स विथ ऑल रीजनिंग एंड कॉज, विथ ऑल रीजनिंग एज टू द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. सभी तरीके का तर्क, उसका जो हेतु क्या है, उसका कॉज क्या है, उसका इफेक्ट क्या है, पूरा लॉजिकली. जैसे लॉयर्स जो है केस को एनालाइज करते हैं, ऐसे इसको बोलते हैं न्याय प्रस्थाना. तो लॉजिकली व्यासदेव has presented all the Vedic understanding essence in the form of Vedanta Sutra. इसको बोलते हैं न्याय प्रस्थान. So there are 3 sources of spiritual understanding: Shruti Prasthana, Smriti Prasthana, and Nyaya Prasthana. This one is a very basic understanding. Prabhupada ji इसको अपने अलग-अलग teachings में बताते हैं. Next, now all the acharyas, prominent acharyas, have given commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. ठीक है? जैसे स्वयं व्यासदेव ने वेदांत सूत्र को लिखा, उसका उन्होंने कमेंट्री खुद दिया. उसके बाद that commentary is the natural commentary, which means author himself has given commentary of Vedanta Sutra. It is called Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada बोलते हैं, is the natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Means the same author who has written the Vedanta Sutra has given the commentary. Similarly, Shankaracharya also has given commentary. That is called Shariraka Bhashya. Prabhupada बोलते हैं, गीता में रेफरेंस देते हैं. ठीक है? 5th चैप्टर के एक श्लोका में प्रभुपाद जी परपट में ये रेफरेंस देते हैं. हमने पढ़ा होगा. I just want to give you that reference. Okay. Yeah. So if you take out for 5.6, 5th chapter 6th verse में प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं, the Mayavadi sannyasis have their commentary of Shankaracharya called Shariraka Bhashya, whereas the devotees follow the Vaishnavas follow the commentary from Vyasadeva called as Srimad Bhagavatam. ठीक है? तो भागवत में एक इंसिडेंट आता है, ये किस तरीके से व्यासदेव ने वेदांत सूत्र पर कमेंट्री क्यों लिखा. It is explained in the first canto, initial chapters. The व्यासदेव ने पूरा वेदों को लिखित रूप में दे दिया. Even then he was feeling dissatisfied. He was not happy. So at that time, his guru, Narada Muni's guru, sorry, Vyasadeva's guru, Narada Muni came. So Narada Muni, as a guru, he knew what was the problem with Vyasadeva. Then he analyzed and told Vyasadeva, you have written all the Vedic scriptures. In all the Vedas, you have mentioned so many things. Even about devotion to Krishna I have mentioned. But exclusively about devotion to Krishna I have not mentioned. भगवान का जो भक्ति का जो मार्ग है आपने स्पेसिफिकली नहीं बताया है. तो इसलिए नारद मुनि ने व्यासदेव को बताया कि आप अभी एक ऐसा साहित्य लिखिए जो स्पेसिफिकली only one pointed thing about devotion to Krishna should be there, nothing else. That is the essence of all Vedic literatures. That is how when Vyasadeva took up the work of compiling Srimad Bhagavatam, writing, the Srimad Bhagavatam fully. That's the whole history. Okay? Anyway, so this is the point. And now Ishopanishad has one invocation mantra. शुरुआत का जो एक मंत्र है, इन्वोकेशन है, प्रार्थना मंत्र है, इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसको सब याद रखना है. एक्चुअली प्रभुपाद वांटेड all of us to by heart all these mantras. Very important, very nice to recite. Okay, and there are 18 mantras apart from this one invocation mantra. Total 19 mantras are there. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट मंत्र इन्वोकेशन में प्रभुपाद जी समझा रहे हैं the completeness and the perfectness of Krishna. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. This is the one. Very wonderful verse. This verse explains many aspects of our Supreme Lord Krishna. क्या बोल रहे हैं श्लोका में, ये मंत्र में? Lord is perfectly complete, right? Just like somebody may say, now that I was unmarried, I got married, I became complete. But you're not perfectly complete, right? After that, there is again incompleteness felt in terms of I want children. After children come children's some other things. So in the material world, हमारा experience में हम हर समय completeness का खोज में है. Why a person gets married? Because he is feeling incomplete. And even after married, he feels incomplete. Why? Because that's how it is. In material world, anything you do, you feel incomplete. Unless it is connected to Krishna. The very basic aspect of why are we chanting? Because as a spirit soul, we are looking for completeness in terms of our Satchidananda aspect. Satchidananda means eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss. These three aspects is our nature. We are looking for these things in everything what we do. हर चीज में हम इसको खोज रहे हैं. So unless we come in contact with the complete whole of Satchidananda, you will never experience Satchidananda in anything in the material world. That is the whole essence of this verse. Okay. So Prabhupada ji बोल रहे हैं, the Supreme Lord is perfect and complete. Om Purnamada. वो भगवान जो कृष्ण है वो परफेक्ट एंड कंप्लीट. इस वर्ड परफेक्ट एंड कंप्लीट अच्छी तरीके से समझना है हमको. संपूर्ण परिपूर्ण, ठीक है, संपूर्ण परिपूर्ण मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में हमें एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होता है. इट्स लाइक प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं, एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ मीन्स 1 + 1 = 1, 1 - 1 = 1. ठीक है. So he is perfect and complete, and ये जो दुनिया है, ये संसार जो भगवान ने बनाया, ये भी कंप्लीट है, इसमें कुछ अधूरापन नहीं है, राइट। पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, ये क्यों कंप्लीट है? क्योंकि ये परफेक्टली कंप्लीट पर्सन से आया है, because it has emanated from the complete whole. This also is perfectly complete. And पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय, और जिस भगवान से हम सब आए हैं, हम भी परफेक्ट कंप्लीट है, if we properly connect ourselves. तो इतने सारे कंप्लीट होल्स, इस भौतिक संसार भगवान से निकला हुआ है, हम सब भगवान के अंश हैं, तो इवन देन everything has come from him, it's coming from him, he remains perfect, complete whole. हमारा बैंक से 1 लाख रुपए है, उसमें से 50,000 निकाल दिया तो 50,000 ही बचा, उधर खत्म हो गया. The Lord's situation is, he is always perfect, always complete. He is inexhaustible, right? He is inexhaustible. अव्यय. हमारा बारे में क्या है? चीजें क्षीण हो जाती, reduce. Lord's situation is, he is perfectly complete. ठीक है? So that's what Krishna is. So many incarnations of Krishna manifest, so many universes come out from Krishna. वो सारे जो अवतार, ब्रह्मांड सब निकलते हैं, फिर भी भगवान हमेशा परफेक्ट कंप्लीट रहते हैं. ऐसे नहीं कि कुछ कम हो गया उनको, उनका अस्तित्व में, राइट. उनका जो शक्ति में कमी कुछ हो गया, नहीं, राइट. दैट इज द पॉइंट. So Lord is perfect and complete. This is called supreme absolute. ये एक डेफिनेशन है सुप्रीम एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ का, परम सत्य का ये डेफिनेशन है. ठीक है. So Prabhupada begins the purport by telling what is the understanding of this supreme perfect truth, right? The complete whole or the supreme absolute truth is the complete personality of Godhead and realization of him in 3 features. Lord Krishna is called Sachidananda Vigraha. Sat means eternal, Chit means all-knowing, and Ananda is blissfulness, right? So it has a beautiful form, so it's called Vigraha, Sachidananda Vigraha. So Krishna can be realized in 3 features. Brahman realization. What is Brahman realization? Realizing his impersonal energy, bodily, the energy from Krishna's body, some light is coming out, effulgence is coming out. That is called Brahma Jyoti. So realizing this is called Brahman realization. ज्ञानी जो है, भगवान का ये ब्रह्म ज्योति का साक्षात्कार करने के लिए पूरा कोशिश करते हैं. इसके बारे में भगवान ने बताया हुआ है. We'll read that in 12th chapter. Krishna speaks about it, about jnanis, what they want to do. ठीक है. The Brahman realization means realizing that Krishna's impersonal, the effulgence of the body of Krishna, which is impersonal realization. But Prabhupada ji बोलते हैं ये partial realization है, complete नहीं है, क्योंकि it only is giving realization of Sat feature, means eternally existing, right? Then Paramatma realization. Paramatma is the localized aspect. Krishna expands as super soul and is in every atom, every living entity. हर जीवात्मा के हृदय में है, हर अणु में है. अंडांतरस्थ परमाणु चयांतरस्थम, right? So that is called Paramatma expansion, Paramatma realization. So which means Paramatma realization is Sat and Chit, knowledge, right? Brahman realization में क्या हुआ? खाली हमें निराकार ब्रह्मन का साक्षात्कार हुआ. Paramatma में Lord is not only, no, it is like moving forward in a cumulative way. Such Chit experience. And the final realization is called Bhagavan realization. Complete realization of Supreme Lord. Sat, Chit, Ananda, all aspects. He is a personality having personality traits, and he is able to interact with all of us in a wonderful way. So Prabhupada ji वही बात बताते हैं. The other two aspects, Brahman realization or Paramatma realization, is partial realization, not complete realization, right? So Lord is complete and perfect. तो कंप्लीट यानी कि जो हमारा एक्सपीरियंस में है, हमारा एक्सपीरियंस में नहीं है, वो भी है उनके पास. So many things which we know and we don't know. That's why he's complete. We are having limitations in our way, because that's why we are having that imperfectness, right? Whereas Lord is perfect and complete. He's perfect, right? So he has so many potencies, unlimited potencies. Prabhupada ji बताते हैं, ये जो material world, phenomenal world, Prabhupada ji बोलते हैं. This phenomenal world means world is having conducted through some particular fashion in a particular laws. It's called phenomena. Phenomenal world. Prabhupada जी बोलते हैं ये 24 एलिमेंट से बना हुआ है, राइट? 24 एलिमेंट्स भगवद गीता में अगेन 13 चैप्टर ओपन 13 पर 6 and 7 Krishna explains the 24 elements. 13.6 and 7. भूतानि अहंकारो बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च, right? So the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, 10 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring, 5 working senses, 5 sense objects, tanmatra, the form, sound, touch, taste, right? Like this, smell, the 5 sense objects. So 20 plus 4, the mind, intelligence, then consciousness, then Mahatattva, right? So like this, Krishna goes on to explain the 24 elements in that verses 6 and 7, 13th chapter. So, so this material world means it is made up of 24 elements. This is what scriptures explain us. So it is very complete in itself. जो material creation is manifested by Lord's desire in a specific way. वो कुछ समय के लिए रहता है, उसके बाद उसका विनाश होता है. इस cyclic way चल रहा है, which means in a very complete fashion this whole world is running without anybody's intervention, at least human intervention. Lord is involving in a very, in a way that his energies are working so wonderfully. That's how it's completely perfect. और हमारे बारे में बोलेंगे तो we also as living entities are also small complete units. Prabhupada example लेते हैं भागवत में. Just like in a watch factory, the watch factory, every watch has to be manufactured. The workers have to verify the quality and other aspects, standards of the watch manufactured every time, the quality to match with the standard quality. And that watch cannot manufacture or produce one more watch. No, everything has to be manufactured. Whereas Krishna has produced living entities, and we can further produce more living entities. This is Krishna's perfectness, completeness. So, Prabhupada ji बोलते हैं, we are small complete units, and we have got all facilities to realize the complete whole. So this is the greatness which Krishna has, wonderful opportunity given to us. So this human life in that way is not an ordinary life what we have got. Prabhupada बोलते हैं, after 84 lakh species of life, we have got this wonderful opportunity wherein our consciousness is fully manifested. Right? Prabhupada ji बोलते हैं, human form of life is a complete manifestation of the consciousness of living being obtained after evolving 84 lakh species of life. Consciousness is fully manifested, right? And ये जो life में हम अपने completeness को realize कर सकते हैं. भगवान के साथ हमारा completeness है, ये बात हम समझ सकते हैं. So this chanting is an easy method to realize Krishna, completeness of our, because always we feel incomplete in every aspect what we do. But when you start chanting, you feel complete. Why? Because that has brought you to the path of completeness. So that is what happens, right? So if you don't do this activity of devotion to Krishna, then incomplete, again going on cycle of birth and death. Prabhupada ये बोलते हैं. If in this human form of life, a full consciousness, living entity does not realize his completeness of the relation with his complete whole, he loses the chance to realize the completeness, again put into the evolutionary cycle of by the law of nature, material nature. See, every statement is very significant. Even though purport is very 2 pages only, but it has a lot of depth. And one statement Prabhupada makes further. I was from the day one I read this book, this is something which is in my mind. All forms of incompleteness is experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. हम बोलते हैं ना, वो भगवान ने वो नहीं किया, भगवान का ये ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है, वो भगवान का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Problem is with us. I don't have complete knowledge of the complete whole. My incomplete knowledge of the complete whole is what is causing problem for me, not for Krishna. Lord is complete always. It is because of my ignorance. क्योंकि भगवान का व्यवस्था में सब कुछ है. Everything is there. सब जीवात्मा का जो मेंटेनेंस के लिए सभी चीजें भगवान ने दे दिया है. हम जो कर रहे हैं गड़बड़ी इधर, because of incomplete knowledge of Krishna, is what is the problem what we are facing, right? So हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are trying to utilize the resources of Krishna in the form of nature for our life of sense enjoyment. हम क्या सोच रहे हैं अभी? If you do this, I'll be complete. If I take intoxication, I'll be complete. Life of sense enjoyment. If I eat meat, I will be complete, or I'll have enjoyment. So-called complete life of sense enjoyment is what is creating problem for us. Right? So that way we are an illusion. The jiva, unless it is dovetailed with complete whole, it cannot be happy. So a misleading life of sense enjoyment we are trying to lead now because of the lack of understanding, incomplete knowledge of complete whole. This is called illusion. एक भ्रम में आ गए हैं कि ऐसे करने से होगा, ऐसे करने से होगा. जैसे अभी इंडिया पाकिस्तान का वॉर शुरू हो गया है. वॉर में क्या सोच रहे हैं? हर पार्ट एक्चुअली एवरीबॉडी इज थिंकिंग कि ऐसे करने से हम जीत पाएंगे, और ये कर लेंगे, वो कर लेंगे. राइट? सो नेक्स्ट वर्स में वही बताने वाले, फर्स्ट मंत्रा में वही बात बताने वाले. भगवान, सब कुछ मेरा है, तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं है, फिर भी तुम क्यों लड़ रहे हो? राइट? So this Ishopanishad is going to give us a universal perspective of things. And in this universal perspective of things, scheme of things, where do I fit? What is my role? ये पूरा essence है Ishopanishad का. Ishopanishad basically is giving you the understanding of the complete picture of what is this world in which I am living and what is my role in this world. Very simple. Okay? So, we are all actually fragmental parts of the complete whole. Our understanding में क्या है? A small fragment of the, something bigger one will have a, will not be so complete. But Krishna has created us also complete. Provided we act in that capacity. हम उस capacity में action करेंगे तब complete होंगे. Right? So, Prabhupada gives example of body and hand example. Hand itself is complete in itself with regard to functioning, as long as attached to the body. Right? Same hand cut off, क्या होगा? वो रास्ते में गिरा होगा, कोई उसको देखता नहीं है. Right? So everything in the world is like that. Unless it is connected to Krishna, it will fulfill its completeness. Otherwise, it is useless. Prabhupada जी बोलते हैं, छोटा सा एक screw एक बड़ा machine में, it is useful and very complete when it is in the machine working in a specific fashion. वही screw निकल गया बाहर, कदर पड़ा है तो उसका कोई value नहीं. So sooner we realize this aspect of our completeness by being connected to Krishna, then we come back to our original situation. Prabhupada ji बोलते हैं towards the end of the purport, all social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary will remain incomplete until they are dotted with a complete whole. See, dotted means connected with Krishna. When everything is connected with Krishna, dotted with the complete whole, the attached parts and parcels also become complete in themselves. All type of incompleteness what we are feeling now is because of disconnected from Krishna. No knowledge of Krishna. Prabhupada ji Guru Maharaj bolte the. There is no shortage of anything in this world except Krishna consciousness. Except Krishna consciousness, everything is there. All type of things are all incomplete. Because whatever enjoyment you're running behind, kab tak bhagoge aap? Not giving completeness, not giving a real satisfaction. Because you're not connected to Supreme. Whereas the same things you do for Krishna in a proper, authentic way, you will feel completeness. Okay, so quite a philosophical point. You read this, purport again and again, it will give a wonderful understanding for us. I will not move forward because this is something requires some deliberation. Okay, Upanishads are like that. Upanishads are quite philosophical. Okay, वो philosophical होंगे और थोड़ा हमें उसको thought process देना है उसको. ये जो प्रभुपाद जी ने बोला है उसको सोचना है. प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं philosophical discretion. One of the items of knowledge which Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, is about accepting the importance of self-realization. अध्यात्म ज्ञान नित्यत्वम. प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन की आत्म साक्षात्कार का महत्व को समझना, और इसलिए हमें क्या करना है, वी हैव टू मेक रिसर्च बाय फिलोसॉफिकल डिस्क्रीशन. प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं into the nature of the soul, and also make research to understand with what the self is concerned. Research करना पड़ेगा आपको. If you're only concerned about the body and bodily type of needs and उसके बारे में ज़्यादा you're only studying about that only. Bhagavad Gita's direction is, Krishna's direction is that adhyatma jnana nityatvam. This is something connected to you eternally. इस नॉलेज के बारे में हमें रिसर्च करना है, फिलोसॉफिकल डिस्क्रिशन करना है. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. अदरवाइज एज प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं इनकम्प्लीट रहेगा नॉलेज हमेशा. इनकम्प्लीट नॉलेज की वजह से क्या होगा, इनकम्प्लीट एक्शंस रहेंगे. इनकम्प्लीट एक्शंस विल एंटैंगल यू फर्दर एंड यू रिमेन इनकम्प्लीट लाइक दिस. ह्यूमन फॉर्म ऑफ लाइफ निकल गया, फिर से एक और लाइफ मिलेगा, ह्यूमन लाइफ होगा नहीं है पता नहीं, फिर से साइकिल ऑफ एवोल्यूशन जाना पड़ेगा. So very great risk you're running. Sooner we realize this and use all or means channelize all our energies, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, all energies into understanding the complete and using all our energies for his service. That makes everything. That's what Krishna consciousness means. हर तरीके का जो हमारा energies है कृष्णा का सेवा में लगा दे बस. Actually, you'll appreciate Prabhupada's preaching, Prabhupada's Prabhupada ji ने हमें दिया हुआ है. We'll appreciate its true value when you understand this verse nicely. Okay. Fine. I'll not continue further because it requires some deliberation from all of you, because this is the basis for moving forward. Next verse, because every verse is connected to each other. Yeah. So just to give a just one statement before I close. This Ishopanishad is giving you a universal perspective of things. What is this world? It's creation, whole creation. And in this creation, as each of us, individuals, what is my bearing? What is my stand? What is that I'm supposed to be doing? Very wonderful perspective. Nobody gives this understanding. Right? Why am I here? What is my role? How I can, how can perfect my life? These questions are answered in Ishopanishad. Okay, fine. I'll close here. Any questions? Any discussion points?
Prabhuji, आपने to the end of the introduction, after Abroha and Aroha, so defending process and ascending process. Prabhuji, you use some terms which I didn't get.
Basically,
Before
I gave you
ending
all this,
the
basically about I
introduction
told you
part.
about the 3 pramanas, 3 evidences. 3
And
evidences
it
I
is
told.
not written in the introduction also.
It is not there, but it will come eventually. Okay, it will come. So I am just giving you the early indication to you. It will come later. Okay, I'm giving because it will only be mentioned. I'm just giving you because when you understand our subject matter, I thought let me also mention this. There are 3 evidences. Prabhupada always mentions in different classes in different ways. Shabda pramana, Anumana pramana, Pratyaksha pramana, ये सब बोलते रहते हैं. और प्रस्थानत्रय, right? The प्रस्थानत्रय also Prabhupada says. Shruti prasthana, Shruti
No,
prasthana.
Prabhuji, after that you gave some
क्या बोले आपने? I'm not able to hear you. Yes, Bhumika ji, I'm not able to hear you.
network was weak. After the
Acha.
Pramana thing, no, after that you gave first mantra ke purport mein before ending.
What I said?
Those terms
Is
are
not
not
there.
here. Prabhuji.
3 बताए थे प्रभु जी
And I
आपने.
didn't write also. I was not able to write.
क्या बोले?
3 उसके बाद आपने कुछ 3 चीजें और बताई थी प्रभु जी.
प्रस्थानत्रय.
प्रस्थानत्रय. हाँ.
Anyway, ये वीडियो शेयर करेंगे.
Yes, Prabhuji.
See, some things now we are not in kindergarten. We have to move forward. Kindergarten में ABCD सिखा सकते हैं. अभी हम we have come to we're in school. Okay, high school में आए हैं, तो थोड़ा reference लेके पढ़ते रहना पड़ेगा. Because what I told you is nothing that I'm not telling in out of syllabus. It is Prabhupada has told out in Bhagavad Gita. So I thought better you hear this now. So when you read Bhagavad Gita, you'll understand that. I give you reference also. न्याय प्रस्थाना प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं. ओ, एक नया वर्ड क्या है? Source of knowledge, spiritual knowledge. श्रुति, स्मृति, न्याय. ठीक है? चलिए, fine. We will close here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.